Chains by Boss. Chains by Boss is now the official sponsor of the Cowboy Up podcast. If you need your custom cowboy chains, you go to Chains by Boss. You can find them on any of your social media. You can find them on TikTok, Chains by Boss on TikTok. You can find them also on Instagram, Chains by Boss, and you can also find them on Facebook. Chains by Boss will deliver the hottest new cowboy chains for you, and we recognize them as our official Cowboy podcast sponsor. Thanks. And always, Dallas Cowboys for life. Peace. The Cowboy Up podcast would love to welcome Vosqueros Gang as our official sponsor of the Cowboy Up podcast. Vosqueros Game has all your custom stickers, your custom towels, your custom tumblers, anything you need to represent your team, such as those Dallas Cowboys or even those hated San Francisco 49ers. Vosqueros Gangs have you. You can find them on all social media, especially Instagram and TikTok. The Cowboy Up podcast welcomes Vosqueros Gang as our official sponsor of the show. As always, Dallas Cowboys for life. Peace. The Cowboy Up podcast welcomes Dominion Custom Clothing. Cowboy fans, if you need your custom suits, your custom sportswear, Dominion Custom Clothing is the company for you. Dominion Custom Clothing also offers a free mobile service to your home, to your business for suit fittings and fabric showing. Dominion Custom Clothing has been a clothier in the Dallas-Fort Worth area for the last 20 years. So if you need that suit for the night out on the town or the tuxedo for the prom or special occasions, Dominion Custom Clothing is the company you have been looking for. And as always, Dallas Cowboys for life. Peace. From Stop 6, Texas, it's the big fella. It's Dallas Cowboy Chris. And from the 915, Cholo Town, El Paso, it's our man, 21, Armando, 21. And from the hill country of Texas, Austin, it's our man, Retrofit Sports, Hook 'em, it's Rue. And from Tucson, Arizona, the player personnel director of the Cowboy Up podcast is Kuiper AZ. And from the great state of Arizona, he's Mikey 520. What's up? What's up? What's up? Hey, man, y'all know what the day is. The day is Tuesday. Man, what happens on Tuesday is the Cowboy Up podcast. Say, man, to my right, to my left, to my left, to my right. Man, it's my player personnel director of the Cowboy Up podcast. It's my man, Kuiper AZ. What's up, Kuiper?
Hey, what's up, fellas? It's got a couple days closer, baby.
A couple days closer. All right. And my man from the ATL, by the way of the funky town, Fort Worth, man, is my man. The point man is my man, Chop. What's up, Chop?
What's up, fam? How y'all doing today? Y'all good? Y'all good? Y'all good?
We good.
Good.
Man, and man, I gotta do this shout out right. I gotta do it right. I gotta do it right. Our first official sponsor of the Cowboy Up podcast, we like to welcome Chains by Boss. What's up, Chains?
What's up, guys? What's up? Super excited, man. Super excited.
Hell yeah.
Man, hey, it's funny. It's been a long time coming. Now, Change reached out to me. I was back in Denver, so it was 2 years ago. And man, I hadn't been in 2 other cities since then.
Yeah.
Back in Denver, Change reached out to me, said, "Do you mind if I send you some of my product?" I'm like, "Of course." You know, the big fella like gifts. I'm like, "Of course. You can definitely send me something, right?" So when I got it, it was quality. I loved it. I was like, okay. And then I hit Change back. I say, "Look, would you mind being a sponsor of the show?" Change said, "Of course I would." I made the commercial, everything, and we've been partners ever since. She's been a partner to the show. I appreciate everything she's done. Now, I gave my chain away at the Bakersfield fan fest with DJ Kai, and I said I got to give me another one because they was having a little dance contest with the kiddos, right? And I say, "Damn, I ain't got nothing to give the kids." And I say, "I'll give them my chain. Don't worry, I'll give me another one."
Yeah, you're gonna get another one. So, it should be on the way soon.
Man, I appreciate it. Now, look. Since we started, I wanted to give you all the opportunity, man. If whatever you need to do, man, to promote your business, we always try to promote it. Man, tell everybody first of all, where they can find you.
So I'm actually located in California, Central Valley. But you can always I ship everywhere. Alaska, New Orleans, ATL, Miami. I've shipped everywhere across the United States. So as well I ship, but I'm located in Cali. I was actually just at the training camp last Thursday.
Awesome.
Yeah,
So how long has your business been in existence?
I want to say about going strong about 2 years.
About 2 years.
So I just had a vision and I just rocked it and went with it.
Hell yeah.
I see you got some new pieces over your shoulder.
Oh yeah, I got some new stuff. I got a lot of new stuff coming out. My wife actually is a vision to a lot of the women stuff that's coming out because let me just say, the women are as strong, faithful to the Cowboys as the men are.
Right.
You know what I mean? They'll rock it all the way to the death of them. My wife is one of them. She used to say every time I used to get something, she used to be like, "What's that for?" Now it's up before I even got to say anything. Before the game started, it's already up. My inflatables, everything, it's already up.
That's what I'm say. Don't you love that support on the other end?
For
hey, when the other end is rocking just as hard as you are, don't you love
part?
It?
That part.
That's what I'm talking about, man. I love that. So I'm glad you said that you went to training camp. Let's get into it because I know I only got you for a little bit. I know you got to go to work. Okay.
Yeah.
So when you were at training camp, what stood out to you? Any particular player stood out to you?
You know what? They're beasting out there. And you know the pushing, shoving that they're doing to each other. I'm hoping that they got that same momentum throughout the season. That they fight just like that on the field. I mean, I didn't during when we were there, it was a hero's appreciation. So, you know what I mean? There was only, I think, one little scuffle, but I think they already had learned from the previous day. Camp got called short and they had sprints to run. So, you know, they didn't come out pretty happy the next day. You know what I mean? So they were all happy to run, even, you know, the big time players, you know? So it was for everybody, you know? But another thing that stood out to me was the coach. Like him approaching every single player and then his momentum, like he was everywhere. Like, you know what I mean? He wasn't just focused in one spot or, you know, he was everywhere. So, I mean, I'm pumped for the season. The passes, they were awesome. The catches were awesome. Like the accuracy was good. Like, you know what I mean? Like they look good out there. Let me just say, they look really good out there.
Right. You know what? And that's what I've been hearing a lot, man. A lot of content creators and everything is more focused on the head coach this year, man. How practice is completely different from Mike McCarthy's practices. Like it's more upbeat. He's one of the guys said it's more like a college practice than an NFL
It's a
practice.
vibe. It's
Yeah.
a whole different vibe from I'm gonna say 2 years ago. Two
Uh-huh.
years ago, camp here in Oxnard to Thursday was a whole different vibe. It
Okay.
was a vibe as soon as you walked in, you were vibing.
Oh,
So
okay.
you felt something different.
Right. So that's all we care about, man, is our head coach. We want to see change, right? So
Yep.
when you make changes at quarterback, especially at head coach, and especially a change from in, as Cowboy fans, and I'm gonna come to you, Chop. As Cowboy fans, sometimes it's status quo. Nothing really changes but the head coach. So since we brought up Schottenheimer, man, what are you expecting this year from Schottenheimer?
You know what? I'm expecting that energy, and like I tell people all the time. I talk to a lot of people that was kind of upset about Schottenheimer getting the head coaching job, and I was like, no, this was supposed to happen. I said, because if you look around the league and you see the type of coaches that are winning football games right now and how they made that whole change, they got rid of all the traditional coaches. They brought
Mhm.
something new, something fresh. They wasn't doing the same thing that you normally would do. You wasn't lining up the same way. You was going in motion different. The energy had to change. We was stuck in tradition with great players. And that's why we were losing, because everybody knew those formations. They knew those schemes. They didn't have to know what you was gonna do, but they knew the formation, so they knew what you was gonna do. And we
Mhm.
needed some new blood, some new ideas, some renovation, and I was happy. They thought I was
Right.
crazy when I said, "Oh, ooh, I was happy that he got the job." I didn't need that. I just didn't need that retread
Retread. Yeah.
coat from the. Now, only one I would take is Peyton, Sean
Mhm.
Payton. I would
Yeah.
take him
Uh-huh.
all day long because he's an innovator. The rest of them, they did their time, they did good. There was nothing wrong with Mike McCarthy. It was just
Time.
outdated.
Mhm.
That's it. Thank you. But now I'm excited. I'm
Yeah,
excited because
that new blood. That new
Yeah.
blood,
he bought
exactly what
the
he
new
said.
blood and
Yeah.
he bought the rest of the new blood with it. Everybody, well, who is he? Who is he? Oh, you'll find out. You'll find out
Hey,
who Clayton Morgan is.
Yeah, they gonna find out. They gonna
You
find
gonna
out.
find out. My man that came from Oregon wide receiver. But
yeah.
we'll leave right there. I was happy for Shotty.
Hey, it's kind of like when the wife come home when she got that new nail job and the new outfit on. It's like, girl,
New hair.
like, girl, what's your name? hey, Chop, I get real country. What your name is?
What your name is? What
you
your
know,
name is,
hey,
Tom?
you know that sentence structure is all wrong. What your
Yeah.
name is?
All wrong.
so
That's when she
so
look up at you, Chris. You say, "What?"
what? so Kaiba. All right, bad. The question to you, man. I think I may have asked you this before, but I gotta ask you, man. What is your expectation of the head coach of the Cowboys, man? And what have you seen that either you like or you don't like so far?
I'm expecting full transparency. That's the
Mhm.
biggest difference between Mike McCarthy and Schottenheimer. Is not telling lies in press conference, being full upfront with everybody
Right.
about what they want to do, about what he expects from his players. One thing I love about him is that he's being very player friendly. But to me, that's also the part I kind of hate because I had a coach in Cliff Kingsbury, probably the most player friendly head coach you could have in the NFL. And what the Cardinals lacked was discipline. We were one of the most undisciplined teams in the entire league.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I contribute that all to being how much Cliff was player friendly. But when I saw Shoddy discipline his players after that fight, every
Yeah.
single one of them, he took
Yeah.
charge and made them all run sprints. That made me feel just a little more confident. That made
Right.
me relieved that he actually has the capability to put his foot down when he needs to, and that's the number one thing that he needs to learn to do in this job.
Yeah, because man, it's funny when I play ball. I had two different coaches. My offensive coordinator was the nice, friendly guy. He always smiling. Man, come on, Chris. Maybe we gonna do. You know, that's how he was. But the head coach was that dog. You know, everything was, you know.
Exactly. Yeah.
And it was funny when I got to college. Every one of my coaches was a nice coach, and I was like, man, I don't know if I can get hype. You know, I don't. You know, because you do when you play ball, something got to trigger you here to get ready to go to war, right? So
Exactly.
how can you go to war and you're doing this all the time? You know, you
Yeah.
trying to get
Yeah.
I
that
think
level.
I think him, shaking and greeting everybody and all that, but he also ejected the player and then made them run. You know what I mean? So
Okay,
it wasn't even the player that did it was disciplined for it. Everybody got in trouble for it.
right.
So that's what's different. You know what I mean? It's just not going to be focused on one. It's all. And
Yeah.
that's probably, you know what I mean? Like that was a good example period that he's not going to tolerate it from anybody.
So what you saw a whole unity thing. If one for
Yeah.
all
It was the vibe was different. The vibe was
okay.
totally different from 2 years ago.
Man, see, well, that's good news for me.
Yeah,
I'm
the
Oh
vibe
yeah.
was totally
Oh,
different.
That's
because
a
boss, I got to be the first to admit, I was really upset. I was not like Chop. I was upset that they hired Schottenheimer, and
Yeah.
the reason I was upset, and I have changed since then because my whole motto is we got to give him a chance. We can't dog him out yet before we even see him coach one football game, right?
Same.
And I've been trying to do better with this. So, you know, I've been dogging out Milton and I stopped. Okay. And the reason I dogged out Milton, because I remember him at Michigan. I even had to recant statements. I like, Chris, you can't do that no more. Because I was the one that dogged out the Leighton Vander Esch. And I stopped. And I was like, you know what?
It's like we're afraid of change. You know what I mean? Like we're
Yeah,
afraid.
yeah.
Like don't rock our world because we ain't ready for
Exactly.
this. Like we can't.
So what I'm saying is, since I'm trying to give people a chance, you know, I just want them to prove me wrong, and I really want Schottenheimer to prove me wrong. Because remember, I don't know if y'all saw that came out with the list with the top ranked head coaches, and they had Schottenheimer at 31 or 32, and
yeah.
I was like, are you doing it just because he ain't coached the game yet, or are you doing it because of his coaching skills? So I thought it was unfair ranking, but you know, we're gonna find out, aren't we? We're
Yeah.
gonna find out. Now,
Let
like I
them
said,
do
I
that
know,
ranking next year.
yeah. So change. I know you only had a few minutes, man.
Yep.
Man, promote whatever you need to
All
promote.
right,
You
here we
go,
go.
you go, you
So
go.
this is actually one of my most popular chains right here, and actually I got it signed by Rowdy. So I'm gonna keep this. This one's mine. This one's mine.
All right.
Rowdy just signed it. I have the new merchandise, like I said, for the ladies. The custom. There we go. The custom earrings. The
All
players.
right. Got it.
We have the. There we go. Let me see. Yep. There we go.
Oh yeah, yeah. They are custom.
And then of course, the nurses love their Cowboys.
Okay.
Oh God.
I don't know if you guys caught the poster that my wife was sharing, saying that she took some time off to saving lives for her boys.
Hey,
So
boss, my wife didn't tell you didn't say she need those. So I'm gonna
yeah,
get some, baby. I'm
yeah.
gonna buy
See, here
some.
they
I'm gonna
are.
buy some.
These are and then we got the cozies now too. So those are coming out.
Okay. I
Those
like
cozies
that.
are coming
Yeah.
out. Of course, I have my mini necklaces. We have the
The bottle
bottle
opener.
openers.
Mhm.
Oh, let me. If your wife's saying that she needs those, then she definitely is gonna need some of these.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I
Mhm.
Oh,
like that. Yeah, I like
Can't find
those.
those on Fanatics.
yeah,
Nope.
right, right. So
Exactly.
that's why I said the ladies love their Cowboys as much as we. And then these are some of my new merch that are coming out. So I do the players. I'm gonna start rocking with the legends because I
Mhm.
have a lot of Ezekiel Elliott's. I can't get rid of them. I'm a person that can't get, what I mean? Call me a hoarder, but I can't get rid of the people that started with us. You know what I mean? Like I'm gonna
I
keep them.
feel you.
I just can't. So like I
all
have
day.
I have Pollard still. Like I have, you know what I mean? I have all of them, but but this is one of my new creations right here, the CD
Yeah, the
Lamb.
CD Lamb. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
tight.
I
Yeah,
designed
yeah.
that one. So as well as it's already started, I started designing them. So stay tuned for all that. but I also do custom. So whatever custom idea that you have, whatever player you have in your mind, we can put it together.
Yeah, because we secretly working on another. Don't tell them. I don't
I
want
won't.
nobody bite me. I don't want nobody bite my style.
Right.
All right, now, boss, tell them where they can find you. Tell them where they can
So
find you.
you can find me on Chains by Boss. So as you see that right there, across everything, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, anything is Chains by Boss. If anything you can't, it's Boss Perez. But you'll find me on Chains by Boss on everything, TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. So go ahead, put your orders in. Also, this Saturday in Visalia at the Rawhide Stadium, it's going to be a fan fest event from 2 to 8. Make sure you guys, the tickets are on Eventbrite. If you guys don't follow Al Ray or Al Ocho or Gabe, shout out to Gabe. This is actually our second year there, so it's going to be a huge Cowboy event. Of course, I'm going to get pictures, videos, so you guys can see all that. But a lot of the super fans, Don Fernando, a lot of people are going to be there this Saturday, and we will be there this Saturday. And actually, my business started from the Cowboys. I have a lot of friends that are a lot of other teams, and when they ask, "Hey, can you make my team?" It took a lot, but I still rock with my faithful team. It's still my team. It's till I
There you
die,
go.
till I
Till you
die.
Hey,
For life.
hey,
It's a for life thing. It's a for life thing.
hey,
So, but yeah, this Saturday in Visalia, California, at the Rawhide Stadium,
all right,
we will be there
like I always in my show, I always say Dallas Cowboys for life.
for life.
Hey,
It's for life.
Hey,
They don't come off.
Because if you jump ship, you was never a part of us anyway.
That part.
you were never a part of us. All right, boss
sure.
man. Appreciate you jumping in for that.
Of course, I thank you guys for having me. Chris will stay in contact. You guys, thank you guys for having me. I appreciate it. I appreciate it so much. Stay in contact. We'll stay in contact.
All right, now,
For
like
sure.
I say, anytime
For
you need to promote something, you know where to come.
I got you. Thank you.
You were my first one, so you always got the carte blanche to do anything. Okay.
All right, then boss. I appreciate you guys.
All right, appreciate you.
All right, now.
All right, bye. All right, so let's get into some football talk, man. Let's talk a little football. Well, the Cowboys did something that I thought they would do. Remember last week we were talking about getting an offensive lineman because of Guyton get hurt. Well, the Cowboys did. They did a little retread, but everybody's saying that the retread is actually better than they before. A nice, healthy retread. La'el Collins is back in the fold. I saw the interview he did the other day, and basically he said he told Dak Prescott's daughter, "Hey, I'm gonna protect Daddy." Because Uncle La'el is back home. Uncle La'el is back. Now, at one point, La'el Collins was one of the best tackles in the league. At one point, he started getting injured and everything. Then didn't he go to the Bengals? Didn't he go to the Bengals when he was a free agent? So I think he only spent a year at the Bengals. Then he came back to the Cowboys, but he was still kind of hurt at the time. So let's talk about La'el. Chop, man, are you excited that La'el came back in the fold?
I am, and I know he's an older. Excuse me. I know he's an older La'el, but he's an experienced road grader. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying he's a road grader. He plays the game the way it's supposed to be played. Physical, nasty, and it's something about him playing with that. It goes up a different level. If you ever just watch some of his old tapes, I know last year when he got back, he was overweight and he was in, and it just didn't fit. But you know where it's at. And it kind of makes me wonder why what are they saying about Terrence Steele?
That's a good question. But and I also thought about it like this: is Guyton hurt worse than we thought?
Well, they're saying that he should make the opening, but that Nate Thomas is a dog, Chris. He is a dog. He hasn't missed a step. He just needed an opportunity. And that's what happens to a lot of players that they get. I think he was undrafted, matter of fact. I think he went undrafted. And you get a chance to play left tackle and you don't never get an opportunity? Yeah. Man, this guy is over there balling. Guy will be lucky to get back in that position if they're not playing politics. But you know how the number one pick and all that.
we discussed that on the last show, the damn politics shit. That irritate me, bro. All right, player personnel director, man. We got a new player. So I want your full 2 cents. I'm listening because I value your opinion.
It just feels very Zeke-ish to me, man. Like you're bringing another player from the old days. I get him and Dak Prescott are still buddies. Even when he went to the Bengals, they were still the best friends. He's a good veteran, but he played his best ball with the Bengals in these past few years at guard.
Mm-hmm.
So to bring him back, and he's gonna go. Are you gonna bring him back to play inside or outside? It's just. If he's going to play right tackle, if he's going to be a swing tackle for the right side, or, Guyton really is hurt for that left side, I would rather the undrafted free agent take over for that left side. And I would rather him and Steele fight for the starting right tackle. Make that a competition. Because Steele is the garbage, man. He's going to get hurt. He's going to get hurt too. So at some point, Leal is going to end up either Leal's going to be there or they're going to finally move Guyton to right tackle. Either way, it's an okay signing to me.
Okay. Now I'm kind of glad you brought up Steele because I actually forgot how bad Steele was hurt. With the torn ACL and everything. He tried his best to come back healthy, and I'm hoping that Steele is fully healthy this year because, some people can come back too fast off of ACLs. We've seen it before. You come back too fast and then you're playing at 70%, and 70% in the NFL is like playing at 20%. Because if you got all these brilliant rush ends in the NFL, they may not be the superstars like Micah and TJ Watt and Myles Garrett, but the kid down in Houston, I forget his name, is a beast. These guys can turn the corner now. Everybody can turn the corner now. Everybody rush in is running 4.4s and 4.5s. You know what I mean? So if you're an unhealthy tackle and you got rush ends running 4.4 and 4.5s, and you can't get that kick step out to get out to him, you're gonna get your quarterback killed. You're gonna get him killed. So with Steele, I hope he's fully healthy, and I'm with you. I hope Schottenheimer actually turned the whole team into a competition. Don't have everybody inked in. I hate inked in players because, like Chop said, if you just sitting on the bench, you never know. That's what the practice is for. That's why we play the preseason games to see if these guys can really fucking play. And if we don't never get to see them really play, how do we know?
Never know.
And I just hate. Go ahead, Chop.
No, you are 100% right. I'm gonna give you a prime example. When I say this, it's gonna be whoa. Brock Hoffman and TJ Bass. Where did they get drafted at, and why are they not on the field?
Well, Brock didn't get drafted because his podcast is called The Eighth Round. So the eighth round is not in existence. So Brock didn't get drafted. I think TJ Bass was a real late round pick, but I'm glad you brought them up. Chop, thank you. I love talking about the goddamn offensive line. I'm a big boy. I love it. So remember when Zach Martin last year got hurt, okay? So Brock had to go in the guard. Then he got real nasty. That's how he got the name Mr. Nasty Time for this fucking show.
Right.
Because how he played. He reminded me of Eric Williams. I said Eric Williams played just like that. Nasty, starting fights, all that shit. So then remember Cooper Beebe got hurt. They kicked Brock in and they brought in Tyler Bass. Did the Cowboys miss a beat running the ball?
No, sir. No, sir.
They got better.
They got better. They got better because they had two dogs that was ready to fight. Mm-hmm. They was ready to fight.
And what happened? And what happened?
They started pounding the rock. And the reason I'm saying this, now I know I'm a Brock Hoffman homer because he came on the show. Everybody know that I'm a Brock Hoffman man to the day I die because he didn't have to do this to this little show. He didn't have to show up, okay, but he did. So, but just the attitude, man, because when I hate to say, but when I played long time ago, you have to have an edge, bro, because football is a man's game. It ain't for boys. You know, you may be age of a boy, but it's all men out there. I got a real quick story. I tell my wife when I was coaching Little League football, I was coaching 11 and 12. Some kids had turned 13 in the season, right? And she came to a practice and she was like, "Whoa!" And I was like, "What's wrong?" She said, "These kids can hit. They are fast. They're this." I said, baby, this ain't nothing. Let me take you to a high school practice. Because my best friend is still the head coach at Dunbar High School in Stop 6, Texas. I took her to the high school practice. She said, "Oh, Lord, these kids are violent." I said, "You ain't seen nothing. Let's go to college." I say it's like a car wreck. It's violent. And then just imagine the pros. These are grown men that have been playing football since they was fucking 4 years old. You gotta be violent. It's a violent. That's why everybody love this game. While we here, it's a part of us. It's a gladiator game. It's a gladiator sports. And how did this world start? You had to take something, right? Football, you're trying to take each yard, right? You're trying to take each yard, right? So I'm excited. So my question, this is a long-winded way to ask this question, okay? So I'm gonna start with Kuiper first. Kuiper, on the Cowboys roster right now, who is your dog player or dog players? Who is your one that is just shoot out to you? This is the dog of the team.
It's Hoffman, and then I still feel like Maurice Luafau is gonna be a dog.
Okay.
I feel like he's gonna be that hard-hitting linebacker, the signature linebacker in Matt Eberflus's system. I honestly can't wait to watch him play because everywhere Eberflus goes, you see a linebacker who nobody really knew about skyrocket and become one of the best in the NFL.
Okay, Luafau. Be on the lookout for Luafau. And before I come to you, Chop, how did you think Luafau rookie season went, Kuiper?
It was a rookie season, man. Linebackers on rookie seasons is very tough to become an immediate starter, to become an immediate contributor. There's only a few out of every draft that ever really do something. Even the ones that do, you don't really look at them as superstars because a linebacker can only learn so much in their first year as a pro player. It's so much instinct, so much play recognition in that position. So as they grow, they get way better. And I think Luafau is going to become a lot better with the Eberflus.
All right. So, Chop, who is your dog player, right? Or dogs? It ain't got to be one. Our dogs.
Well, this may surprise you.
Okay.
But my two enforcers, one is Tyler Smith.
Okay.
That's one of my enforcers. The other one, if he gets a shot, it's lights out. That's Wanye Thomas.
Wanye. Okay.
Wanye Thomas, the safety. I've been watching him for 3 years. He's out of Georgia Tech. He can play. Okay. Straight out. You get a chance, just watch Wanye. He's wearing number 2 now. And I know Donald and now Malik, you're not gonna unseat him now because his Eberflus is back. You know, he played for Eberflus in Indianapolis because he was kind of Wanye and Buck out there acting donkeys out there. But now, if they make a competition, Wanye will get some playing time. That is a dog, and people don't really know him. You just gotta, I can't say anything about the rookies right now because they have to prove it in the NFL. I know what you're looking like now, but Tyler Smith and Wanye is my dogs right now.
All right. So let me give y'all mine. We already know Brock the dog because he gonna start a fight. It's funny when he said on this show, if you see a fight in practice, 9 times out of 10 is me starting it. So I love that. All right.
Hold on, Chris.
Mhm.
He got into a fight yesterday.
Yeah, I
with,
know. I saw it.
with William.
But hey, you remember the video where we had a center that played for the Redskins now.
Yardage.
Biotis.
Yeah.
Remember Biotis and Sam Williams got into it. You know the person who came out of nowhere and I said it was the push head went across the world that pushed Sam Williams way out of that was Brock Hoffman that did that. That was Brock. He say, Chris, he say, I'm always in the fight. And see, that's why I love it, man.
I love it.
Hey, Chop, you from Eastwood, I'm from Stop 6. You know what go down. You know what go down.
Already.
You already know.
Fights against the Rams, man.
Yeah.
Hey, look at Kai. I didn't want to go over to Chris' neighborhood at all.
It wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad.
My
Mike.
right hand at all.
Like, it wasn't that bad. Hey, we our neighborhoods got along. We either went to the same high school or something. So we got along. Anyway, but back to my dogs is Hoffman, and I hope this kid come back healthy. Demarion Overshown is such a dog to me, bro. Enjoying watching the player play. I enjoy watching him every snap when he's on the field. Because it just seems like, man, he's on 1,000 every time. You know when you're not even in the play, but you notice a person on the field.
Oh yeah,
that's Overshown to me. Okay,
Yes.
and when he got hurt again, dude, I was devastated. I was emotional over this. I was like, man, I hope the kid career don't get cut short like Sean Lee's career. Because when Sean started getting hurt, it was that because Sean was on the Hall of Fame career. Okay, he was on that beeline because he was another Urlacher. The Cowboys defense really didn't function unless Sean Lee was on the field. So
Yes.
and now I see that with Amari and Overshown. He just pops on film. And I just love it. And I just hope when he do come back, he's complete. Please, Cowboys, don't rush that boy. I need him for 10 years on the field. Don't rush him. If he has to sit the whole year and come back in the playoffs, I'm fine with that. I just need Agent Zero on the field making an impact. That's what I need. So that's my dog. So go ahead, Cowboy. Were you about to say something?
I'm just gonna say that man is every bit of Buddha Baker energy that I will ever see.
Yeah, Buddha was a man. Oh my God, Buddha was on 100 all the time. Buddha on 100 all the time.
The Cowboys, it wasn't even funny, man.
So
That dude had death games against them.
let's talk about practice a little bit, man. On the website of the Cowboys, basically they said both offensive for both teams shine. The receivers shine. They said Puka shine for the Rams and CD shine for the Cowboys today. Basically saying he was unguardable. They also said Milton had a deep pass to Tolbert today. I'm still a Kuiper. It's killing me. I'm trying not to dog him out. I'm trying to give him a chance. Please give me counseling. Give me some counseling, y'all. So so basically both offenses look well. Now and this is concerning to me, and this is why it's concerning to me. Normally in training camp, the defenses are ahead of the offenses. Okay, because they always putting in different scheme and they're working on things. So does any of this excite y'all or concern y'all that the offenses today was better than the defenses? Kuiper, we'll start with you.
Of fucking course the offenses are doing better, man. Have you seen the secondaries for both these teams? Like, Jesus Christ. The Rams don't have anybody back there. And the Cowboys, everybody's hurt.
5. 5 players.
Like, come on, man. Of course, CD Lamb's gonna be cooking Witherspoon and whoever they like, the nobodies that the Rams have. And of course, Puka's gonna be cooking Elon. Like, it's just, of course, there's no doubt in my mind that they will be shining throughout the entire week and even in game. But the D line of the Rams is something different, and the D line of the Cowboys right now with Micah, the edges are something different. So when both of those get put into it, then we'll see how much they really shine. But the Rams aren't gonna. They don't have Matthew Stafford right now, and he might not even play Week 1. So I'm not really worried about them right now.
Okay. All right. Chop, does any of this excite you or concern you about the offense and defense today in practice?
It didn't, because like Hyper said, they didn't have nobody. They only had Kyrie Elam back there, as far as the defense, and that's not where they hit him at. They hit him with the big runs with Williams on the line, and that's what they was making a big deal out of. Out of media, they hyped it up, and the Cowboys really concerned about that line, right? No, not today. They didn't. Neither one of them wanted to show anything for Saturday. Now Saturday, they're gonna play different, because today they was just testing things. That's it. And Dak was having a field day with all the wide receivers, and Joe Milton was throwing that long ball, and I think that was the Brooks that he was getting. Now Jalen Tolbert was getting some catches across the middle, but they was I told you they was tagging him. They was knocking him. That's what. Now, if you want to know something that was different today, they was hitting. The Rams were. They abused them today. Now, I don't know if the Cowboys just didn't want to do it. They didn't want to get hurt, but the Rams didn't care. Of course, it was the second team that was out there, so they was out there punching them, and it looked bad because they was knocking. When you see it, you gonna say, "What in the world?" I mean, they was knocking the slop out of them, like really, for real. Am I lying, Kite? But did you see it?
No, man, they were being stupid aggressive. I need Brock Hoffman to go whoop somebody's ass for that shit.
That's what I was talking about, Brock. Maybe Schottenheimer basically told him, man, no nonsense in today, no nonsense. Because to me, that's why I love to join practices for the fights.
Exactly.
That's what, you look forward to it. You look forward to it.
Yeah, they had a couple, but it wasn't nothing. It wasn't anything big. But the way they was hitting them, they shouldn't allow what they was doing, because like Tolbert was coming in on a slant. You catch a slant, and before you can turn the field, smash. They were doing that kind of stuff. And I was like, damn. You're right. And then the way they did my man, number 18, what's his name? Linebacker. Oh man, what is his name?
Oh, for the Cowboys?
Yeah.
Shit. Who is number 18 for the Cowboys? Oh, damn. Now I gotta look this up. Hold on.
We know him.
Oh, because he changed his number. What is that boy name?
He did change his number. He changed from 33 to 18.
My man that was on skates against Buffalo. Oh shit, what's his name? I know his name, linebacker. Give me a second. I'm looking it up. Clark, Damone Clark. Yeah, Clark.
Dude, he has made a scrimmage practice highlight reel. They loaded him up when he came. Looked like he came on a late blitz or something, and he got picked up by either a lineman or somebody. But it was wrong, because they suplexed him. Now they would have been a penalty in the game. But they met him head first, picked him up straight up with his legs up in the air, and dipped him.
See, Clark been on too many highlight reels in the wrong way.
And that's a big dude. You ever seen him in person?
Yeah, he's like 6'5". Yeah. But dude, he was on skates in that Buffalo game, man. Remember Buffalo ran all over us? Jesus Christ. Hey, Rue, I ain't putting up these goddamn comments no more. You can join the show whenever you want to, Rue. That's rude, y'all. He can join the show whenever he wants to. But anyway, I want to talk about something else, man. I know we we know what's going on with that Micah situation. Ain't no need to touch on that.
Right.
I'm telling you why it ain't no need.
Right.
Because Thursday night, number 11 gonna be on the field for the Cowboys. I don't give a what nobody say. He gonna be on the
Yes, sir.
field. Jerry
Yes,
Jones
sir.
gonna cave because he know that's the best player on the whole fucking team. So, and that's what make him
Yeah.
money is Michael Parsons. Michael Parsons is playing the same game Jerry playing. That's all he doing. He just met his match. That's all it is. So,
That's
so,
it.
so Cowboy fans, if you worried about number 11 getting traded or whatever, you got to think about it like this. Michael Parsons' contract still isn't up. He's just playing on his 5th year. Then the next year, the Cowboys can literally franchise him if they wanted to. And then they can literally franchise him the next year if they wanted to. So both of them got leverage. I think Michael got more because his play on the field. The Cowboys got leverage on the money they want to give him. But we're going to see who came first. But number 11 going to be here. But okay, back to my question. I'm sorry I had to give y'all that real quick in case other people didn't know. So I want to talk about number 4, Dak Prescott. Okay. Dak got his meat tore off the bone when he was in Atlanta in ATL chop. I think you set him up. Anyway, in the ATL got him hurt. Y'all was out partying. Y'all think y'all was probably at Magic City or something. I don't know where y'all were. But anyway. So I always the year after Dak Prescott get hurt, he always play elite ball. Okay. And with the weapons that Dak Prescott has this year, other than our unconcerned, our unknowing of what we're gonna have at running back, how are you expecting? I'm gonna start with Kuiper. Kuiper, what are you expecting from Dak Prescott? Are you expecting runner-up MVP Dak, or are you expecting injury-prone? Here we go again.
I'm expecting an efficient Dak Prescott. Not really MVP level stats because the system that you guys will be running is not going to allow for that. It's going to allow for borderline 4,000 yards, maybe 35 touchdowns, but I'm expecting him to have under 5 interceptions and just be a high completion percentage because I'm expecting a lot of play action, man. There's going to be a lot of single highs if that running game can do what they're supposed to do. Then if they can run the scheme they want, then there's going to be a lot of single highs. You're going to throw one-on-one balls to CeeDee Lamb, to George Pickens, and it's going to be efficient. But it's hard to say that I expect him to be healthy for the full season. Because I'm going to be honest, man, it's very scary to think Dak Prescott, off of what he tore off that bone, can really stay healthy.
Okay. Now, Chop, give me your opinion on number 4.
Well, this is the first time I've actually heard about an injury like that in the NFL. I've never seen that before. So this is rare, so I can't really opinionize on it that much. However, I don't expect them to have an MVP year. And because they are focused on running the ball. They're going to throw when they have to, not at will like Mike McCarthy was a pass-happy dude. And I'm going to tell you something else that I think is going to be a surprise. Hunter Lipke and Jake Ferguson will get a lot of touches. That's what I tell you. Okay. Everything is focused on CD and Pickens and Avante Turpin. When that happened with Troy Aikman, if you go back and look at the film, they killed people with Johnston and Novacek. Yeah. They killed them. And the highlight reels went to Irvin and Alvin Harper and Emmett.
Yeah.
But they killed them. They killed them with the tight end and the fullback. And I'm expecting the same thing.
Yeah, because
about to die.
Yeah, because Moose was clutch, and Novacek was on the money. He was Mr. Reliable. Mr. Reliable all the time. But you know what, Chop, man, we've been asking for Hunter Lipke being more involved, man. I think Mike McCarthy, once he fumbled in the Miami game, that Christmas game, and we really didn't see much. I mean, he got on the field. He was more of a lead blocker, a decoy. But man, this kid actually played tailback at college at South. Was it South Dakota or North Dakota? I know it was one of the
South Dakota
Dakotas.
State, I think.
Yeah, and he had a bunch
Mhm.
of touchdowns in college, man, and I was really excited when the Cowboys drafted Hunter Lipke, and it just seemed like, man, last year Mike McCarthy was only focused on his stars. I don't think we moved the ball around it a lot, even though CD was Mr. Reliable, all this, but sometimes, man, you got to move the ball around. And especially with everybody being hurt on offense, I thought that was a perfect opportunity for the Cowboys to move the ball around the different players, and that didn't happen. So hey, man, I'm gonna be on the lookout for Hunter and I newly played for Fergie Ferg, newly paid Fergie Ferg. So
And,
all right,
and you know, and if you when you look at the film today in the practice, guess who
Mhm.
scored the touchdown? Hunter
Who?
Lipke.
Hunter. Oh,
Hunter
okay,
Lipke.
okay. I'm
It
I'm
was
happy.
crazy formation. It was a run touchdown.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll see. I always thought Hunter Lipke would give me a little version of Mike Allstott, but hell, we ain't seen him enough. They ain't gave him enough touches. I mean, think about it. He's been on the team. This is his going on his third year, and he may have had maybe 10 touches in 2 years.
Damn.
And you remember all of them. I remember all of them. I do.
Short
I
yardage.
remember all of them.
Short
Yeah.
yardage.
So, it is what it is. All right. Final topic, man. Let's talk about Jerry Jones.
Oh,
My
man.
my thumbnail was Jerry Jones today, and the reason it was Jerry Jones is because, somebody said to me today at work, who's a Seahawk fan. I'm up here in Seattle. Seahawk fans say, man, why won't he just shut up? And I said, well, I've been a Cowboy fan my whole life. I'm 56 years old. And Jerry's been a part of the team. What is it, his 32nd year, 31st year? No, it's 33 years, right? And I said, when does he ever shut up? I think he get worse every year. I think he get worse. And this is the only reason I want to bring up Jerry is because I think Jerry is turning our superstars against him by the actions that he's doing in the front office. And it's frustrating Cowboy fans because everybody in America, Cowboy fans or not, including Kuiper, a Cowboy fan or not, we know what's right and we know what's wrong. And what he's doing to his star players, like Diggs, like Micah, you know, and he's going public with the nonsense. He's turning. I mean, I think when he needs something team friendly, he'll never get it just because the way he acts toward his stars. Because remember when Emmett and Michael and everything and Charles, all these folks is here, they basically got away with murder. And he never said anything negative to them. Oh, except for Emmett, because when Emmett was holding out and Charles Haley went crazy in the locker room, and guess what he did? He paid. So does somebody need to go crazy in the locker room to Jerry Jones for him to stop doing what he's doing? I'm gonna start with Kuiper.
I think it starts with what Micah did, man. With Micah going public on basically calling out Jerry Jones for the comments that he made. That's how you started, and you saw a lot of former Cowboys, Dez Bryant, basically cheering Micah for what he did, because
Mhm.
you gotta fight back, man. Jerry is doing shady ass shit.
Yeah.
To want to go straight to the player, only to the player, to negotiate a contract, that is stupid shady. And so, all these comments made, man, somebody's got to fight back. I love what Micah did standing up for himself, but somebody else needs to get into that. I would have loved to see Dak Prescott, the leader of the team, gave some sort of backup to Michael Parsons. Like, do what Joe Burrow did, man. Joe Burrow has done nothing but advocate for Trey Hendrickson. And what did I do? Trey Hendrickson's now in the Bengals building. The contract is getting closer and closer to being done. Do the same shit for your defensive end, man. Your star player. Somebody needs to blow Jerry up. And you're starting to see a lot of comments made by Jerry. He's getting personal more and more and more. That's because he's scared of how much he's there of the things that he's doing, how much of it's actually coming into the light.
Yeah. All right. Chop, what you think about Jerry, man? What you think about Jerry?
Well, I'm gonna play devil's advocate just for a minute, just to
go
put
right ahead.
Put one on there. I'm not really sure I actually know exactly what's going on with the contract, the hold up and stuff like that, but I want you to think about something. The Cowboys, first of all, Jerry Jones really don't know what's going on. That's the first thing. They tell him what's going on later. I didn't even realize he didn't talk to agents ever until the name Adam came up.
Yeah,
I didn't even know who Adam was until he said, "Hey guys," and they made Jerry uncomfortable with they was drilling Jerry. All this didn't come up just by Jerry talking. They was drilling. The media was drilling him, and he couldn't get out of it. And they backed him up into the corner. So that's when the stupid talking started coming out. But here's what I'm thinking about. The Cowboys, I looked this up last year. The Cowboys have a lot of players that's not on this team. They're still paying. And I know a lot of people don't know and they don't never talk about it. It was like 13 of them last year, to include Michael Gallup. And I'm like, wait a minute. So that leads me to believe in some kind of way, because Dak didn't get done until right before the season. CD was the same way. You know, they was going to get their money. DeMarcus Lawrence did it. Did it. Zach Martin did it. All them guys did the exact same thing. We had the exact same conversation. So my thought is that Cowboy administrative accountant waiting on something to fall to be able to pay a certain amount of money before they get fined by the league for over capping what they already have or don't have. Something else is, you already know you're going to pay him.
Yeah.
So they're doing something to hold his money. And I don't think it has that much to do with, I'm just going to wait on the pay. I just think they're doing something in the back office with this flipping of this money, some type of way to where they can't do anything until a certain time, and they don't want to tell the NFL. Something is going on with that paperwork. You have to believe it, because every last one of the stars got paid, and they all waited. Not one star, only one that walked out of here, but he was on his second contract, was DeMarcus Ware.
Yeah.
He's the only one that walked up out of it. And DeMarco Murray, because he chose to go to Philly.
Yeah.
All right. Other than that, every last one of these stars got paid. But what is the real holdup? That's what it just, I'm clueless. And I have to think, when I start looking up this money, they don't really have a lot of money that they fronting. I mean, Jerry has money, yeah. But the NFL cap that they give them, they are shuckling jiving this money some kind of way to be able to pay. And that's what I said the last week. So they hurry up and pay Ferguson. Now they can get that equity and it goes toward something else. They're doing something funny with the money. I'm telling you. I don't think this is personal. I just think they're doing something funny with the money.
Well,
go ahead, Kappa. Go ahead, Kappa. Go.
None of the new money that's going to be in whatever contract he signs will be added to this year. His salary cap is already set in stone with the 5th-year option. So anything that's new will be set to next year as far as salary cap. So that's my only rebuttal to that. Maybe a signing bonus. Maybe they lack a signing bonus that they can actually hand out for the year. But I think it 100% is personal. Because every time you see, look at what happened to Murray Cooper. Look at what happened to with Amari Cooper, it's happening to Trayvon Diggs as we speak. He's not going to be a Cowboy anymore. They already drafted his replacement. They drafted 2 defensive ends in the second round in back-to-back years. Is that supposed to be Michael Parsons' replacement? And is Jerry Jones going to be thinking, you know what? We drafted 2. If Micah really wants to get out of here, I have the backups. I have the backup replacements to be able to be okay with it.
You know what? That's a pretty good point, Kuiper. But also think about it. We have to play Tyler and Deron Bland next year. So are they trying to get those contracts in order before they pay Mike to make sure they're not over the cap? I don't know. I just see a lot of things coming down. And you're right. Those contracts don't start until next year. But all those guys are next year. So you're going to make sure you secure Tyler Smith. That you're going to keep him. Now, Bland may get out the door if he's outpriced, but you have to keep Tyler Smith. So does this have something to do with it? Now, we know Jerry going to be smart, and that's why Dak said a long time ago, I don't listen to Jerry no more. And he doesn't, because Jerry just, once you back Jerry up in a corner and he just started talking, he just talking. I mean, it pissed some people off, but he just started talking.
Yeah, I just, and I agree with both of y'all's statements. Okay, I just hate that he's pissing off our stars, because when push comes to shove, who's gonna have your back? Period, is your stars, right? Because they're the face of the team, and when you pissing off the face of your team, because they can start doing derogatory shit behind the scenes or on these shows to down talk your own organization, because Micah has been firing back. He ain't been quiet, Micah, at all. Okay. Even Diggs hadn't been quiet at all. Okay. Mm-hmm. So people are listening, and other free agents are listening to what, even though the damn Cowboys don't fucking sign free agents anyway. But other people are listening to this. Oh shit. Hold on.
Yeah.
I'm like LL.
He has something, man. He knows that we fired him up too much, man.
He couldn't resist. Kyrie, he couldn't resist. He could not resist. He couldn't. It's our man. It ain't retrofit sports no more. It's just rude. What's up, baby? Good to see you, baby. Good to see you, baby. Good to see you, baby. Can you hear us, Rue? Can you hear us?
Hold up, yeah.
We can hear you now. We can hear you.
I'm getting I feel like I'm in a time warp right now. I feel like no, I can hear you.
You got something to say. I know you do. Come on with it. I know you got something.
I'm like behind. I've got a delay.
Oh, you got a little delay? Yeah.
Well, I guess I don't want to jump the gun. Why the hell is it doing this? I got a big time delay. It's super weird. Like I can hear myself like 2 seconds after I talk.
You probably got to come back. Come back in.
I'm gonna leave real quick.
Yeah, leave and then jump back in. Okay. All right. So while Rue is working on that, okay. So it's pissing me off now, man, that our stars are acting. I mean, they're getting treated like this, because, man, I really want our stars to be happy, man, because these jersey sales and this memorabilia and all this stuff that we get, okay, is because of the stars. It ain't because of Jerry Jones. It's because of the stars, right? Mm-hmm. So the stars make the fans happy, and Jerry is pissing off the fans too. We're so pissed off. I mean, before, I've always been that proponent of Jerry Jones. Like, look, man, it's your team. You can do what the hell you want to. It's your team, but I hope you make it the right decision when you do it. But this year, man, I've really thought differently. I think he's intentionally sabotaging his team.
Well, Chris, let's not leave Mike out of this because Mike opened up his mouth too soon. And I'm just gonna be honest. When he said, "Hey, I don't need to make this. I don't need to make that. You can pay me whatever I need. Players on the team," and he made it very clear to the organization that, yo, whatever they want to pay me, we good. Now, his agent stepped in and basically, clack, clack, clack. Man, what the hell are you saying? Don't go in there talking like that. Don't
Right.
sign nothing until Hutchinson gets his money.
Mhm.
He told him not to sign nothing. Don't do nothing. Don't talk like that. And now Jerry, who had already had his conversation that he wasn't supposed to have, sitting back there like, yo, what's going on? Hey, man, my agent, said so. Your agent, man, we just sat and talked about it. Now I heard some of the numbers. I don't know how true they are, and I'm sure y'all heard them too. Some are 200,000 or something like that.
200 million.
200 million. Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, we don't know. That's just something that thought. But
Yeah.
really, I can't let Michael off the hook because his agent should have got him before he started running his mouth about doing it. And that's my guy. But you can't. Jerry been doing this for freaking ever in a day. He saw you coming, little hen, and he talked you right into it. And you like, yeah, that sounds real.
Yeah.
That sounds
I
real.
think what caught Micah off guard though was some of the language in the contract that Jerry tried to get him to do. Because that's the only thing, that's the only reason why you go behind the scenes to the player is to fuck them over in language and guarantees and injuries, all that. That's the only reason why you would do that.
Mm-hmm. All right.
No,
So,
100%. 100. Only one he didn't get was that. Everybody else he got.
yeah. So let me introduce him properly, like I always do. To my right, to my left, to my left, to my right, from the hill country of Texas, capital city, man. This is my homeboy. Is Retrofit Sports. So you know him as Rue. What's up, baby?
Man, I'm good. I'm just, it's early August. We're about to see that first slate of preseason games. We've already got a little taste of it with that Hall of Fame game and the debacle that was the showing of the Lions with their new head coaching staff. Well, not head coaching staff, but new coaching staff. And of course, now it's like we're getting ready for the Rams, right? Going into this week. And what is everybody talking about for the last fucking, 36 hours now? Like, I guess maybe we're going on almost a week, I guess, maybe. But it's us.
Yeah.
It's always us.
Always us.
It's always us. And it's always us. And really, man, and I can't even take full credit for this because I heard this from somebody else and I wish I could give them credit, but I can't remember. It was just, you're doom scrolling on Instagram and X and TikTok and all the nonsense. And then you come across something and it's like, damn, that's profound. That messed me up. Because when you really think about it, this team is so mismanaged, man. This team is so mismanaged and we make so many excuses for the mismanagement of this team. Do you realize that, if you were going to sign Dak Prescott from jump, you should have got ahead of it and done it early. Instead, we're paying anywhere from $5 to $10 million more for Dak Prescott because instead of paying him around 50, because if you would have got ahead of it before Trevor Lawrence is getting 55 million, if you're giving him 50, 52, 53, you're doing way better than 60 that you're sitting him at right now when you signed him at the freaking witching hour of the season, which at the end of the Cowboys Nation's mind, it really didn't make sense at the time. And then you look at CeeDee Lamb, which CeeDee Lamb, I'm going to say this. You probably wouldn't have got away with it with CeeDee Lamb because when you're a top 3 receiver in this league, which CeeDee Lamb is arguably, I don't care who you are. If you're looking at CeeDee Lamb, especially by the numbers, he's that dude. So maybe with CeeDee Lamb, you weren't going to get away with it. But even still, you're probably paying anywhere from $3 to $5 million more per year for CeeDee Lamb than you should be because you didn't get ahead of that one either. You made him sit out of training camp. You made him sabotage last year's season. And now you have Micah Parsons, which if you do this with Micah Parsons, we're talking about $35 million a year. That's before Max Crosby. That's before TJ Watt. That's before Myles Garrett, who, by the way, are 30, not 26, 30. Big difference. But instead of signing him at 35 million a year, now you're going to sign him at what? 43, 45. So you're going to pay anywhere from fucking $7 to $10 million more annually for Micah Parsons. But what do they do to us every year? Guys, there's this thing called a cap.
It is.
And I want y'all to understand that we got to stay within the parameters of this cap. And if you get ahead of it, you know how much salary cap space you create if you get ahead of it, because the cap is a fugazi. The cap is a lie. The Philadelphia Eagles and slowly the Baltimore Ravens are showing you the cap is not real. It's not a real thing. You can go get people. It's possible. You can make it work. But when you live in the Stone Age and you rely on the draft and you won't go out and hire real head coaches, which I'm not going to talk about Shoddy. I'm still high on Shoddy. It remains to be seen on Shoddy. I don't know what I got with Shoddy. But it sure as shit looks like his GM is trying to sabotage his season. Why? Because if you do trade Michael Parsons, what's the plan? I saw the most ridiculous trade today. I had one with us with the Bengals. 2 first-round picks from the Bengals and Trey Hendrickson. So now I'm paying the 30-year-old at the end? Why?
Man, that's crazy.
For real? Like, and like the bro, I saw Mondo, shout out 2121 Armando 21, man, because I see all the trade memes, right? Like you see all these memes, and you see all these memes, and it's just like, bro, Cowboy Beat said it best. I thought Michael was mid.
Yeah.
All y'all want him now, though. Everybody ready to give up the dump truck for Michael Parsons. It's on, baby.
Shit.
Bro, what kills me right now is I get both sides of the argument, but I will never understand it from Jerry's perspective, because here's the thing. When you cave and you give him the 43 or the 44 or the 45 million, because at this point there's no other option. That's what you have to give him to keep him, because he's already requested the trade. So it's kind of like that Myles Garrett situation. I don't want to be a Brown. I don't want to be with a contender. Here's $42 million a year. I'm good. I stay in Cleveland. It's nice here. I got a house. Chilling.
I'm off the lake. I'm right here on the lake.
$33 million. So I don't want to hear the nonsense. He's not going anywhere. And this isn't me saying that he's going anywhere or that he should go anywhere or whatever. I'm just saying that this is mismanaged for headlines for no reason. These guys are so desperate for clicks. They've like abandoned the ability to make a good football team. And what's really funny about this whole situation that you guys are talking about with Jerry Jones and the whole situation with the contracts and the talking, bro, Rock Nation could be in trouble. Jay-Z can't be negotiating contracts. They basically admitted that he was doing that for Des. You can't do that. You can't do that.
Yeah.
Like, these boys got themselves in trouble. Like, I'm just saying, like, this whole situation, the way Jerry does business, these handshake deals under the table, this, that, and the other, it's 2025, baby. This ain't the 80s anymore. It ain't wilding out. This ain't the way that shit works. You can't. This ain't Wall Street or what have you. This ain't. You're not dealing with some good old boys and some oil and some gasoline. This is a real business at this point, and everything you do is documented, and everything is online. All these kids are online, and like Chris said earlier on the show, Micah, you met your match, because he's not afraid to come online. That motherfucker has a podcast. He will be on. He is not afraid to talk to the media straight to their face. If they don't want me, trade me. I like Pittsburgh. Mike Tomlin's my G. Hey, Dan Quinn, I love you, bro. Like, he is not afraid to say some shit like that.
Because it ain't tampering if he says it.
He's not afraid.
Mm-hmm.
This whole thing is mismanaged for clicks, in my opinion, and that's really what's annoying to me. And I know it won't change. I know it won't change, even with Steven. I don't know if it will ever change, because it's like, bro, you have to be able to nut up and get ahead of it. Because here's the thing, right? Here's the thing about the Eagles, and this is why the Eagles get a lot of credit right now. The Eagles get a lot of credit right now because they took a lot of gambles, and they all paid off. They went to the window constantly. Cash that ticket. Cooper DeJean, cash that fucking ticket. Jalen Carter, cash that fucking ticket. Get Saquon Barkley, running back, cash that fucking ticket. That doesn't happen a lot. It doesn't happen always. They cashed a lot of checks, and every single one of them paid off. That's a beautiful thing when you make that gamble. At least if you make that gamble, I can give you that. We're not even swinging. We're relying on the draft and great value free agents and trades. Because regardless of what anybody says about George Pickens, and I like George Pickens, bro, We don't know. We don't know. We don't know what it's going to be with George Pickens. I think it's going to be great. I think a lot of people are just hating on that dude, and he worked with a lot of shitty ass quarterbacks, but
A lot, bro.
he worked with a lot of really bad quarterbacks. Like, he has bad quarterback play, man. Like, if you really look at that man play and just be like, oh no, he a scrub. Like, you lying, bro. You're lying. You saw that star, you started hating. That's what happened. Like,
Hey, so Rue, I agree with you on a lot of things. Love the rant. It's always beautiful because it's always thoughtful.
Yes, sir.
You think about a lot of things that I don't think about. So, but this is my only problem. This is my only okay. What happened to the gunslinger Jerry? What happened to when Jerry got here? Socks and jocks, and I'm gonna get everybody. Remember when he went and got Dion, when he went and got Charles Haley, when he went and got Galloway, he went and got players, man, to make his team better and to be better, and he kept his superstars. Now all of a sudden, Jerry Jones discuss the cap. I ain't talking about these on the wall. All he wants to do is talk about the fucking cap, and it's really irritating me. And like I said, he's pissing off his players too. So that's my only issue that I got with Jerry right now. Don't piss off my players, man. Don't piss me
He saw that Clicks got him more money than anything else. That's what happened. He saw, let me keep rotating the three same positions every 5 years. Make sure that the fans see the most popular positions, I guess.
Mhm.
And that's all he got complacent with that. Started doing that over and over. And you know what's funny though? When Rue started talking about how much more or how much they would have saved on each contract,
Yeah.
that's another fucking star player.
Yes.
That's another superstar contract you could have signed. That would have paid for Bland. That would have paid for Tyler Smith.
Cabo, the one that hurt me the most was when they had a chance to get my man from Tennessee. He's with King Henry. Okay. Everybody know we needed a running back, right?
Mm.
And if they would have signed King when they had because they had King Henry said they didn't even call him. Can you imagine the offense right now with King Henry and all them other weapons?
I'm not surprised. Mike McCarthy did not run the football ever in his career. Mike McCarthy, I am not surprised. They would have got Derrick Henry. He would not have had the season that he had in Baltimore. He would not. He would have wasted a whole year over here for nothing. It would have been wasted. He does not run the ball. Look what Rico did with the minimal carries. Rico still managed 1,000.
Yeah.
Rico still managed 1,000. Tell me we look like we had 1,000-yard backfield last year.
I think it would have been better. I think it would have been more if they wouldn't have played musical chairs with him in the beginning of the season.
Zeke had no business on this team last year. Zeke had no business on an NFL roster last year.
You remember the first 8 games? One time they held him out, told me he was hurt. The boy wasn't even hurt, and I was like, "Come on, man, come on."
Seeing Zeke last season was a travesty. Like it really made no sense.
People forgot that Zeke was washed. They was more of nostalgia, because remember that year Zeke was gone, and we couldn't punch the ball in when we was inside the 5. Man, if we had Zeke, man, we could do it. If we had Zeke, we could do it. And bro, it got worse when Zeke came back. It got worse. It got worse.
Hey, I do have a question, and I wish I had it. I wish I had it in front of me, and maybe I can look it up. Never mind. You know what? Come back to me. I'm gonna look this up.
So here's my question, and y'all can help me out.
Okay.
So, 2-part question: how do we get players to sign early? Number 2, does the agent have anything to do with this?
Early, I don't think it's the players. I think it's more the front office. The question should be the front office. How can we get them to sign players early? And then the right player. Fergie wouldn't even do. They signed Fergie. Remember when they signed Ferguson, we was just like, damn, they got to sign it, but it was who we wasn't expecting. Remember they did that shit last year. They did the same thing last year. They started signing players who wasn't due, but not the superstars that were due. And you wait till last minute. Like Diggs' contract would have been better, but they waited till the last minute with Diggs. They waited the last minute with Dak. They laid the last minute of CD, and now they're making the last minute with Michael. Okay, so I think it's more chop to answer your first part of the question. I think it's more the front office than the players. Okay.
Well, the reason I asked that, Chris, because when Zach Martin was retiring, him and Tyron Smith, the question was brought up about Dak signing the contract, and Dak was there.
Mm-hmm.
And Jerry Jones looked dead at Dak and said, we wanted to get Dak done early.
Uh-huh.
He said, but Dak had a lot to do with that. And Dak looked at him, and he just dropped his head. So
what's good,
here's
Cowboy
the
Chris? How are you?
Hey,
All right,
hold
now.
on, just let Chop finish his point. Go ahead, Chop.
Sorry.
So I say that because we all knew the television contract was coming out.
Mm-hmm.
Most owners was trying to get in front of that television contract to sign players. The players was already told don't sign no new contracts because the new television contract was coming out.
Mm-hmm.
So it flipped and it looked like we were late, but actually the players wasn't signing nothing. And I wouldn't have signed either because that new television contract was coming out. So some of this stuff I have to put on the edge of the agent. Now, can you, and that's why I asked the question, how do you make a player, a bona fide player? You got to make that. He's good. You offer him some money, he's going to take it right then, right then and there.
Right, of course.
But a superstar player, his agent's going to step right there and say, hold on for a minute. We may be, let's look and see who's coming up next with your same position. Now, could Dallas kind of put some icing on it to make him hurry up and do it? Perhaps, maybe so. But I think this is a shared problem. Now, Cowboys are overly responsible, but I think the agent throws the rock and hide the hand.
Okay.
I'll tell you
Cowboy,
what,
what you think?
it's very dependent on the position. QB positions, they're always, the money is always climbing up. Everybody wants to be the next $50 million contract, but it's every player wants more than anything is years and guaranteed money. You offer them those two things. Every player wants stability. That's the number one thing that they look for is just stability in whatever position or whatever team they're at. So if you're going to sign a player early, offer him 4 or 5 years and a good amount of guaranteed money. That's how you stay ahead of it. You can offer him top 3. He's still going to want to, more than anything, more than being the highest paid, they want more than anything the guaranteed and the years.
Yeah.
No, you're correct. You're correct.
Rue, what you think about Chop Quick?
I'm not gonna lie, I was looking up a bunch of shit when you said that.
Hey, I love the honesty. Chop, asking the question one more time.
What was it?
I said, number one, how do you make players sign early? And number 2, does the agents have anything to do with this late signings?
Be fully invested in the player. You have to be able to get ahead of the player and understand what he's going to be in the future. You have to basically predict the future. And with as much studying as they do on these players, that shouldn't be as difficult as that seems to be. Like their practices and how they interact and what they do should dictate to you whether or not they're going to be that pro that you're going to want to keep long term or not. At the end of the day, whether we like what happened with Luka Doncic or not, Nico Harris did not believe that with his work ethic, he was going to be the perennial pro that needed to get a supermax contract. He didn't believe that he justified getting a $400 million contract. So when you're looking at your own players, you have to understand when it's time to get paid, it's either time to cut ties and let loose, which is what made Bill Belichick so beautiful. He was able to do that better than anyone. Or it's time to invest in the right people in the right places and put that money up before anybody else can get to it and just be done with it. Get ahead of it. You have to be ingrained into what your culture and what your players are doing in order to be able to make good contracts happen. And if you're not doing that, and if you're relying on a bunch of nodding yes men, then I mean, good luck with you.
All right.
Oh, that's tight.
All
No,
right.
you're right. I like
I know.
that.
So
And you're starting to see a lot of teams start at the third year on rookie contracts. That's how far that you got to start looking at a player is that third year. If they're superstar level by then, just get them signed, man. Just sign them already.
Because even think about the one they got ahead of. Think about the one they got ahead of. It's Jake Ferguson, right? They got ahead of the Jake Ferguson contract. I've heard mixed things about Jake Ferguson's, but at the end of the year, coming into the year, was it kind of a prove it year for Jake Ferguson for you? Was for me. Is that why you got ahead of him, got the discount ahead of him?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like you got somebody signed. We don't talk about Jake Ferguson a lot, but we at the end of the day, they went and signed somebody. But how do you feel about that in terms of what the gamble is? Because you got ahead of that one, sure. But going into this year, weren't we kind of like, I mean, I want to see what Schoonamaker going to do. Is he going to take that next step? I want to see about Brevin Spanford, who's finally out of the walking boot. I want to see what I've got in that room because I feel like that room has been pretty deep for a hot minute. Now, Jake Ferguson is a very good tight end, and I think he's going to be nice. But you got ahead of that one. I can kind of poke holes in that one and make the case that it was probably a prove it year for him anyway.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Ethan, what's up, man? Is your phone okay now?
Yeah, it's EMAC, Chris. Remember from Sneaky Show?
I know exactly who you are. Will you calm down and just join the show and join the conversation, Matt? Come on, let's go.
Anyway, first of all, how you gentlemen doing today?
All right.
Good.
And then first of all, I got a question about Micah Parsons' contract. Do you guys think you all guys will have him back in week 1? Because you guys have Philly to start the season.
Oh yeah, I think he's going to be there no matter what. Even Jerry Jones said that today. Michael Parsons will be there Thursday against the Eagles. That's what he said. Okay, so all this posturing back and forth, I think is just unnecessary. I think it's just the way Cowboys do business, just to get eyes on. But when the owners say Michael Parsons ain't gonna get traded and he'll be there Thursday, we'll give him the contract and let's move on.
Yeah,
I mean, honestly, that's what I think, E-Mac.
What do you guys think you'll do against the Eagles and to start the week? I hope you guys will win.
Well, I already got a bet on that. I already got a bet on the game. We already know about bets, don't we, E-Mac? So I already got a bet on the game. A Seahawk fan at work said, give me the Eagles. I said, man, give me the Cowboys.
I don't think that game is going to be a blowout for what people think, though.
Yeah, and the reason he said, man, they raising the banner, blah blah blah. I say, do you know Dak Prescott record in Philadelphia?
9-3.
No,
is it 9-3 or 9-2?
No, he's 7-2.
7-2
in Philadelphia. In Philadelphia.
Okay.
So yeah, give me Dak Prescott. A healthy Dak Prescott.
If Parsons doesn't play week 1, it's going to be the loss of your defense than you guys think.
Yeah, I mean, but like I said, I think all this is just pandering by the Cowboys. Parsons is playing the game with Jerry, and I think both are on the same page when it comes to the media, but they're far from on the same page when they contract. But Jerry knows when it's time to quit all the nonsense, he do get the players in, even though it cost him more for being an asshole than just doing like a regular GM would do. I mean, think about it, because Ruin already said it. Rue broke it down perfectly. He broke it down
perfectly. And another reason that, am I able to talk?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, my reason that I don't think the game is going to be a blow for what people think. Don't you all remember in 2021 when you guys played Tom Brady in week 1 against the Bucs in Tampa Bay?
That was Dak's best game I ever seen him play.
Yes, that Dak literally went into Tampa Bay and shut down and picked up that Bucs defensive blitz every single time when Dak was in the pocket. insane
Yeah,
patient, just
yeah,
CD Lamb to that touchdown.
yeah. Our
Like
defense
he played
just
balled
sucked
out
that
in that
game.
game.
Yeah, our
And
defense just
Zerline
sucked
was
that game.
missing kicks too.
Yeah, our defense sucked and Zerline sucked that game. I remember it perfectly.
But
I,
that's also Tom Brady though.
yeah, I remember it. I was in St. Louis, Missouri. I'll never
I
forget that damn game.
I think it's going to be the same. I think it's going to be the same result against Philly.
Yeah. So
I personally think.
I wouldn't worry about the first game. I think because both teams will be healthy. Both teams are because teams hide their play calling in preseason. They hide
Yeah.
it. They don't show much. The
Mhm.
starters. The Cowboys don't play none of their starters in preseason. They don't even play a snap unless somebody's hurt in their position. So you won't
Yeah.
see no starters or anything. The Cowboys are famous for hiding stuff. So, but I always thought I was always the proponent like Tom Landry. Let that last game of the season be your warm up game. And play that first half. But the Cowboys don't do that.
Is Demario Overshown back healthy?
Not yet. What they said before Thanksgiving or right at Thanksgiving?
I think it's somewhere in October.
That's still a while.
Yeah.
I
Well,
mean, he had a pretty catastrophic injury. I didn't think it would be this early. So
Yeah.
the fact
Yeah.
that it even is that soon is kind of surprising in itself. So
Yeah.
if we got him back before Thanksgiving and got him at the break, because our bye week is late. We have what is it? Week 11 bye week.
Week 10.
Week 10
Week
or
10.
11.
Mhm.
Yeah, so we got a late in the season bye. So hopefully he come back around that time and he can kind of ease his way back in. That's what I'm hoping because
Yeah.
he's a special linebacker.
Yeah,
man.
yeah, Emac. We had talked about Overshown earlier in the show, and I basically said if the kid don't come back at all and show up in the playoffs, I'm excited. Because he
Mhm.
pops on screen. I want him fully healthy. I don't want them to rush that kid because I want him to have a long 10 to 15-year career for the Cowboys.
So
Hey,
I
I will say this. I've heard mixed things about Mozzie because Mozzie always Mozzie always the biggest punching bag on this damn show. And me included. I'm not one to not talk about the Wolverine in an ill manner. I will say this though, he got hurt yesterday. Apparently came back today, and he's been playing much better. But dude, Jay Tao, that kid out of Florida.
I got a question for y'all.
Ooh,
Do you
that
think
kid might
Terry
be a steal.
McLaurin's going to stay with the Commanders?
Say again.
Do y'all think Scary Terry's going to stay with Washington?
Of course. Yes.
I don't know.
They're not gonna.
Man,
You don't
I
come
don't
out
know.
of the NFC Championship and just go trading away your best offensive weapon.
That would be silly for them to do. Because
Very silly.
he's been a good soldier for them too, man. You realize
And he's the biggest piece for their passing
he's
offense
been there.
too.
That man has been there since John Gruden was their head coach.
Wow.
I think
That
it's
man
Jay
has been
Gruden.
there since John Gruden was their
Jay
head coach.
Gruden.
Jay Gruden.
Jay Gruden, excuse me, Jay Gruden.
Yeah.
Jay Gruden was their head coach. That was forever ago, man.
Dude, I didn't think about it. I didn't really think about it like that. But
Yeah,
to
man.
answer your question, Emac, I think the Commanders would be absolutely insane to get rid of the
Foolish to let
best
him go.
player on their fucking team. I don't care
Like
that
that
they got
100%.
I don't care if they got Debo or whatever, man. The Scary Terry. I even said because my son is a Commander fan, and we watch games together. And I was like, and before they got a quarterback, I used to say, man, why won't y'all throw that boy the ball? Won't y'all throw that boy the ball? I remember the kid in Ohio State, and he was fucking killing Michigan, and I hated him then. But I was like,
Yeah.
bro, why won't you throw Terry the fucking ball?
Guess
And-
what?
What's that? What's that, Mac?
I'll be going to Huskies game against Ohio State at Husky Stadium in Seattle this year.
Well, we in the same neighborhood.
So we should beat Ohio State personally, I think.
Now,
I'm a
what
Husky
part,
fan.
what part of Seattle you stay in?
I'm like the Hood Canal, the other side of the water.
Oh, okay, yeah, I'm down in. We're gonna hook up, Emac. We're gonna hook up. So, but anything else, Emac, before you got, because we're about to end the show.
No, sir.
Emac, man, appreciate you stopping by though. Hey, but seriously though, man, we need to hook up real soon. We need to meet. Yes, this is we're in the same city now, right? We're in the same city. All right, E-Mac, appreciate you, coming through, brother. All right, we're gonna do final thoughts, man. We'll start with Kuiper. Kuiper, man, give us your final thoughts for the night, man, so we can rock and roll, get on out of here.
Man, I'm just excited for this weekend, dude. I'm gonna be watching every single game. I'm gonna try to watch all the. I'm not even watching for the games. I'm watching for the rookies. I can't wait to see which rookies are popping off the screen. Which QBs. Shador Sanders. Honestly, I want to see if he's just as terrible as I think he is.
You're wrong for that, Kuiper. All right,
That
Chop.
fucking Nepo baby.
Chop, give us your final thoughts, Chop.
Yo, it's been good. Ruby on point, man. Ruby on point. Educate me. Kuiper be on point, and Chris just be bringing that heat, man. I can't wait to this weekend. I'm ready to see the rookies. But you know what? I think our starters need to play one quarter, for real. I just really believe them starters. I don't like that coming in the game. Oh, we're going to turn it up in game one stuff. And I know everybody in the league does it, but there's a team out there. I forgot who it was. Is it Kansas City?
Kansas City
Yes,
every year.
Yes,
Yeah,
they do.
I think that's a change I would love to see. A surprise. Maybe just 3 series. I don't care. I just think we need to play. This is a brand new team, brand new coaches. I just think we need a head start on all this stuff. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, man, hey, y'all be putting it down. Y'all be educating. I be learning a lot. I love seeing the views, man. And y'all can look forward to seeing me a little bit more. You know what I'm saying?
I
Hell
feel
yeah.
you, I feel you. All right, I'm gonna get my final thoughts because we're gonna leave Rusev.
No, I can do it.
So Rusev.
No, I can
We'll
go.
leave Rue
I can
last.
go.
No,
I can
I'm
go.
going last. Now, damn it, you going last. Anyway, final thoughts for the big fella, man. It's like this for me, man. Anytime I can see the pigskin in the air and pigskin getting toted and big boys bumping into each other, knocking each other out, I love it. I don't give a damn if it's preseason, cold season, no season, in season, whatever it is. If we press, I'm like Kuiper, I'm in it. I don't give a damn who's playing. Matter of fact, we got a game Thursday. I'm ready
Oh
to
yeah.
I am ready to go. I was at work talking about today. Damn, it's a game on Thursday. Let's play some football. Let's play some football. And we leave our last thought for I left right now. Your country root. Give us your final thought, baby.
Man, what's funny for me, man, this weekend I'm going to be in Dallas, but I'm actually going for some baseball, bro. I'm gonna go watch Josh Hamilton's getting inducted to the Hall of Fame for the Rangers. So I'm gonna go watch that game. I'm gonna see that ceremony. But I'm glad Chop actually put this in my head, and I'm glad I get to bring this up right now. Under Mike McCarthy, in the preseason and beyond, Mike McCarthy in 2020, without a preseason, because in 2020, obviously it was COVID and he didn't get a preseason. But that year he started 1-3. That one win was that onside kick against the Atlanta game. Call that a win if you want. A 1-3 to start that season. In 2021, they went 0-4 in the preseason. In 2022, the only year he was over 500, 2-1. 23, he was 1-2. 24, he was 1-2. I say all that to say this. Y'all keep talking to me about culture. It's culture. It's culture. It's culture. Trying to sell me the snake oil. Show me it's really culture and go over 500 in these preseason games. I never invest that much stock into these preseason games. That preseason has always been in my mind like, you know what? It's just preseason. We're just trying to see depth. We're just trying to see this, that, and third. Nah, fuck that. Go give me some wins in these preseason games. Show me that the culture's really changed. Show me that it's really changed. Show me something's really different, or are you just trying to sell me the snake oil like the old man every year?
Man. I can't stand his ass. I always got the fucking fire. Always got the fire. I should have let him go first. I'm a little sensitive now. That motherfucker brought the fire again. I can't stand him. Pretty mother. Hey, what was that? Remember that movie, Pretty Motherfucker? Pretty Motherfucker.
Relax. Relax.
Jack City.
Yeah, pretty
Like the
motherfucker. Look, man.
Yeah.
Hey, man, I appreciate everybody from coming on, man. Look, Cowboy Corner, I just in the message, I'm coming. Yeah, bro, we done.
We done, bro. It's 9:40, baby.
It's
You on
9:40.
Central Time too.
Hey, it's 10:40. What Chop in the ATL.
Ooh,
So
Yep.
it's
yeah,
late.
it's late. So
It's all
look, man.
good. It's all
Oh, matter of fact, he
Oh,
popped
look
on.
at that. He
Hold
said,
on.
fuck you, I'm coming anyway.
good. There you go. There you go.
Fuck you, I'm coming anyway.
We was giving our final thoughts, man.
I didn't get mine.
We'll
Didn't get mine.
give us
I
your
didn't
final
get
thought.
mine.
Corner, give us your
Get
final
mine.
thought.
Go ahead. Let's hear
I'm
it.
sure it was a fantastic show. Obviously, I got done with my show, but got to come in and show love to the guys. Rue, it's good to see you on the show today. Choppa, it's good to see you. Or is it Chop? What is
Chop,
it?
Chop.
Chop. What is your name?
Chop.
Chop, 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 chop.
We got karate in the house. We got the Cardinal fan. Boo! And Big
Coming in
Fella.
swinging.
Stop 6 Texas. Dallas. Cowboy Chris. All right.
The big
No,
fella.
guys, look. Preseason, Saturday. We get to hear Pads do the talking.
That's true.
We've talked enough from week 18 all the way to now. The I think season, as my dog 1980 would say it, it's almost over. And we everything that we thought, everything that we wrap our brains in these different type of scenarios. We think of topics. We don't have topics. We go off the flow, and it's always a good show, right? Because these Cowboys are 365. Even a Cardinals fan can come on a Cowboy show and talk about the Cowboys. That's how much there is to talk about the Cowboys. And you'll have those Eagle fans, as much as they hate us or supposedly hate us, Eagle fans will watch Cowboy content creators because they want to know what Big Brother's doing. They want to be in Big Brother's business. And long story short, Cardinals were in the NFCs once upon a time. We're still their Big Brother. So everybody wants to know Big Brother, right? You got the Eagle fans, you got the Giant fans, you got Commanders. Yeah, they went to the NFC Championship game last year, but guess what, Commanders? We're still Big Brother, and we'll always Big Brother because we're the Dallas mother-loving Cowboys. Pads do the talking come Saturday on.
Hell yeah.
And we get to see if Schottenheimer is about that life. We get to see if Dak Prescott coming into year 10 is about that decade. We're about to see this running game, this online, this revamped linebacker core, these corners, these free safeties, these strong safeties. We're about to find out. Are we pretenders? Are we contenders? And it's how that first play starts off. It's how that first hit happens. It's how the first catch goes down. It's how the first down goes down. It's how the first touchdown comes around. How you tell how the game's going to go for these Dallas Cowboys. Woo! How the first of everything happens. And that all starts Saturday. Buckle up, guys, because this plane's about to take off. And guess what? You got to carry on your tears, your pride, your ego. You got to do so much carry on, they don't even charge a fee. They don't even charge a fee for this flight we're about to take.
Oh, no, they try to
Throw
figure
it
out.
back on standby because you never know.
So, I love this show. I love it. Y'all just don't understand how Tuesday brings so much joy to me. I do this for not only just being a Cowboy creator. I do it because I love hanging out with friends and talking football. And you know, I set this show up to be a barbershop style show where we can give our opinions about our boys or even against our boys because that's why Piper's here because for one reason and one reason only. I love the outside opinion. Okay,
Mm.
so sometimes we need to know what's going on the outside because sometimes as Cowboy fans we can be blind. Okay, so that's why I love him on the show. That's why he's my player personnel director. But look, man, everybody, man, that stopped in. Thank you for stopping in, man. Cowboy Corner always rule. Stopping in, everybody that was in the chat, man. Oh, also our official sponsor, Boss. Changed by Boss stopped that by earlier today. Appreciate Boss stopping by. If y'all need them cowboy chains or whatever, hit up Boss. You can find her on social media, all of them, and it's all Boss by Chains. And like we always say here at the Cowboy Up Podcast, Dallas Cowboys for life. And we'll see y'all later. Peace.
Yeah, let me give a big shout out to St. Louis Joe, bro, in the building. Always WWE. Ivan Sosa in the building.
You see him?
You see him? The loyalist. You got Cowboy Beat in the building.
The great Cowboy Beat.
Yeah, what's up, Dilemma? Big shout out, man. Big shout out to y'all. Appreciate y'all joining. We only growing, guys. We only growing. It's gonna get bigger. Excited.
Hey, did you see he got retrofit right in the introduction?
I see it.
Hey, man. Hey,
All these videos, dancing.
Hold on, player. Sometimes I screw up, player. Hey, man.
Players fuck up.
Hey, yeah, players fuck up sometimes. Yeah. In this first day of pads. Say, man, we all play, man. It's just something about that first day. Ain't nothing like it. It is nothing like it, man. Because now to me,
tomorrow tells the truth. Today was the truth, but tomorrow tells the truth.
I'm sick of this shit, man. I'm sick of this shit, man. I know we all co-hosts, but I like to have a little quick monologue before we get into a subject. Your ass always got to spread shit and eating wings and
motherfucker sprinting.
Calm down.
I haven't sprinted in 5 years.
Calm down, Mikey. Calm down, Mikey.
What you sprinting right now?
Yeah, we got a long show. We can go as long as you want to, man. So 21, what you got for Brock today, man?
Pleasure to meet you, Brock. I appreciate the love on TikTok, man. Shout out to Brock, man. Welcome to the show. Hey, I got the hard hitting questions, so I got the controversial.
You'd have come out with that Waterburger in and out, right?
I wasn't done. We kind of keep it light, but big fella, I gotta hit him with Walter Cronkite stuff here.
Okay.
Drake or Kendrick?
See, okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. I have never really grew up liking Kendrick like that, right? I've always been a big Drake fan, so I'm gonna say Drake, but not like us. Like I was telling Terrence the other day, because Terrence is a huge Kendrick fan. I was like, not like us has me feel like a certain way, because I'm like sitting there like vibing in that song, but it's like this is Drake, and I'm a Drake fan over Kendrick any day. So that's not the only Kendrick song I like. Yeah.
And remember, like, subscribe. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to like. If you love us, tell your friends about us. Like.